Hi, this is my first vlog for our website, the Tall Underwear Ladies. It's a support group. Yes, it's a play on words. I just wanted to do this vlog to kind of introduce you to who I am. My name is Sonia. I'm a stay-at-home mom. We have 4 children. I've been with my husband we dated a couple years before we got married. 25 years, and we will be married next week. We'll be married 22 years. Our oldest son is 22. Our youngest child is 3. Quite an age gap there, but I do own my own business that I do out of my home. My husband is a truss designer. He does that in the house out also, so we are in the house 24/7 unless we have a business trip or something that we need to go do. We're extremely active in our church. Our life is, I know some people think that church is just an extracurricular activity and, oh, I'll find a church, kind of like a social group, but for us, God is everything. Without God, we would not still be married. We wouldn't have the beautiful, healthy children that we have. And I wouldn't be who I am today. I would have went down a much different path. I wasn't brought up the way that we live now, but I've learned. I learned that it's not about the religious practice that you have, but it's about the relationship that you have personally with God. And like I said, God is my world. So any success or anything that I have in my life is only because of Him. And I'm not ashamed to tell anybody that. And that's why I wanted to make sure that this was first said on this video. This is Frankie. Say hi.
Hi. I love Mommy.
I love Frankie. And this is Gabby.
Mommy.
She's all sweaty from summertime napping. Say hi.
Hi.
She's got crazy hair.
Mommy. She fell down. Gabby's shoe fell down.
So those are my kids. I wanted to start the ladies weight loss group and support group. It always makes me laugh thinking about that because, you know, tall underwear are girdles, you know, corsets, and it's, you know, support. Anyway, cheating, yeah. Anyway, so pretty much that's my life is, you know, in a nutshell. I learned a couple years ago, and I didn't know if it really was a real ministry per se, that encouragement is its own ministry. People say, well, I have a homeless ministry, or I have a prison ministry, or whatever it is, and my ministry is encouragement, and it's loving and genuinely caring for people. And so anyway, so my ministry is loving, genuinely caring, and caring for people and about people, because I don't feel like that's something that the world does now, and you know, doing it without an agenda. My agenda is purely to make that person, I want to be a sunny spot in somebody's day, because if you want negativity, you can get that anywhere. Positivity, not so much. And you're definitely not going to hear it from the news. I don't even watch news in the house anymore because there was such a depressive, oppressive spirit that was just in the house. It was almost like one time my husband was watching the news. This was a couple years ago when we lived in Tennessee. And I was in another room or something, and I come out, and it was just a different feel. And I could just sense something was different in the house. And I looked, and my husband was watching TV. He was watching the news. So my husband doesn't really like the TV, just his own personal preference. But he was watching the news because somebody said, oh, did you see what happened? And so he turned it on, whatever. So he watched it, and I was just like, oh, I just feel, I was like, ugh, get this off of me. It just felt terrible. But anyway, so we just realized from that point on, we turned it off, of course, and we realized that we don't need that type of thing in our house, because if it's just an oppressive, depressive spirit, what else, just by having the TV on or watching movies that might be scary, which used to be an addiction of mine, what other things contribute to things that are in our house that we're already trying to make sure our kids have the best environment, and what are we opening our homes up to, basically? And that not only affects our lives and our kids, but it affects us too, whether we like to believe it or not. But also, not just that, but when we allow those depressive and oppressive things in our house and in our life, it makes it to where it can make us feel down in the dumps. And then for me, my issue was emotional eating. So when I would feel down in the dumps, or I would feel depressed or heartbroken or lonely, loneliness is something big that I fight. And I found that I would go to food to fight the loneliness. And ta-da, that's why I weigh what I do, which I am going to kind of have another video to kind of have a coming out weight video, not a coming out any other type of video, because I'm completely madly in love with my husband, only my husband. He's a male, just my husband. And I'm just saying that because, people usually equate the terms coming out to something else, and that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, just coming out, really having this group makes me accountable, and being able to tell you what I weigh is kind of a big thing. But kind of like the saying that says, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. We kind of have this same code of silence here on the Tall Underwear Ladies. That's what's said and typed in the Tall Underwear Ladies is kept in the Tall Underwear Ladies. So if we share our measurements, we share our weight, or whatever it is a private group for a reason. And we will not allow any men in there. And, it is what it is. So either we can trust each other or we can't. And if we can't give our word, then we've got nothing. So basically, now that I've rambled on, this is just a support group for encouragement, loving, caring, kindness. Not really a group to really sell our own products. But if somebody asks you, you say, oh my gosh, I lost 45 pounds, and here's my picture before, and here's my picture after, and you're doing great, and you've kept it off for, any period of time, of course, share that. But if something, we don't want to get to where this, if someone says, well, gosh, I really want to know about your products, then private message or send a text message or something like that. That way it doesn't become a, generating products type of a thing. Unless, later on if it's okay and people can handle it, whatever. But generally it's not like a sales site. This is just a typical, I care about you, you need someone to talk to. You can't really be honest with the people around you, because quite honestly, if you can't trust people with your heart or to be honest with them, that's not really a good environment to be honest or to get positive input, because there's a reason why you can't trust them. So this is a place where you can feel safe and no one is going to say anything. So that's pretty much it. This is, like I said, this is my first vlog for a video blog for the Tall Underwear Ladies, and it was just kind of to just say hi. So if any of you ladies just want to say hi and how are you doing, and put a vlog up too, that'll be great. We can have a bunch of vlogs. But anyway, this could snowball into something even bigger. Who knows? So anyway, I just wanted to do this, and I I'll see y'all later.